Hello and welcome to week 6 of Introduction to Early Childhood Education. I hope that you have already felt like you've gotten some good solid foundational information concerning early childhood education up to this point. It really is amazing how every chapter gives us something a little bit different. I wanted to let you know how much I enjoyed looking over your theorist PowerPoint. You all did an amazing job on them, and I loved how so many of you took creative license and made them look so much better than the template I had provided for you. So while I know that theorists aren't always the most interesting thing to read about, I was really glad to see how you were able to take that information and apply it so that you understand how important it is to realize where we came from and take bits and pieces of those things to make our own particular theory. So this week, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be shifting gears just a little bit, and we're going to start looking at the schedule of the classroom. So last week, you started looking at the importance of the physical classroom, the environment, the playground, um, hand washing, table washing, things like that. And so this week you're going to move on to the schedule. So the schedule is the third of the three-part key assessment. So the first one was the observation, the second one is the schedule, and then the third one's going to be an activity center that I'm going to introduce in the next week. So for this week, what I want you to do is to take a look at 3 chapters in the textbook. So before you freak out and think that I expect you to read every word of all 3 chapters, I'm not, but I am going to ask you to at least skim through the important parts of them. So chapter 8 is going to be about scheduling and curriculum planning. And then chapters 14 and 15 start to look at guiding routines of children, so things like circle time, transitions, as well as guiding social behaviors. So I really felt like these 3 chapters go well together because it takes all of those things working together in order for your schedule to work and for your classroom to run smoothly. So I wanted to show you what I have for you in Blackboard this week. So when you go down to your course content, as always, you're going to find a folder that's going to be scheduling, curriculum planning, guiding routines, groups, and social behaviors. So it seems like it's a lot, but you're going to find that it really does work well together. So what I want you to do is, here are the PowerPoints for those 3 chapters. So again, I don't expect you to read every word of these chapters, but these chapters are not as heavy as some of the other ones that you've read. And so then what you're going to do is you're going to do a discussion board about scheduling. Um, if you notice, no peer responses are needed this week. So as the work starts to build up, I try and take a little bit of the extra participation off. So you just need to make sure that you post your response. So make sure you do that for the schedule, and then you're going to get to the schedule assignment. And so this assignment is something that hopefully you enjoy. I think it's kind of fun to create a schedule, but underneath this folder, you're going to find that I've given you some different resources. So this is a good PowerPoint for you to go through that's going to explain the importance of schedules, things that should be in your schedule. I also have created a narrated PowerPoint for you so that you can actually go through the PowerPoint and listen to the instructions as you go. The schedule instructions are exactly that. I've put a schedule sample in there for you. There is also a schedule form, and then I have also created a template for you. So basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to create a schedule for a preschool classroom that's going to operate from 6:30 in the morning until 6 in the evening. And so there are certain things that need to be in your schedule. So obviously there needs to be a nap time. So nap time needs to be 2 hours. There needs to be at least a 30-minute time for children to be outside in both the morning and the afternoon. Some other things, you want to try and balance your active and your quiet activities so that you're not having children completely ramped up all the time, or that they get so lethargic that they're just not going to be into something. So when you go through the instructions, when you look at the schedule sample, you're going to see that basically what you're doing is you're saying, this is everything that we're going to do from the time that children walk in the morning until the time that they walk out in the afternoon. Some of the biggest things that you need to know about this schedule is that what I'm looking for is that children have the opportunity for free play for a substantial portion of the day. So that is a huge word that's used in high quality classrooms. And basically, substantial portion of the day means 1/3 of the operating hours. So when you look at the schedule directions up here, you're actually going to find a calculator that shows you that once you compute how many hours the children are in the center, so remember for this one it's 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., then you actually, all you have to do is read across the lines and it will tell you what the substantial portion of the day is. So for those of you who actually watch these videos, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the substantial portion of the day for your schedule needs to be 3 hours and 50 minutes. So that means that within your 11.5-hour day, children need to have free access to every center for at least 3 hours and 50 minutes. You're going to see as you look through the sample as well as the instructions that you don't always have to have every single center available. For instance, during arrival time, you probably don't want all of your centers available because you don't want children pulling out the paint at 6:30 in the morning. Same thing goes for the evening. During your dismissal time, you probably don't want to have things like the art center open then, because it means that you're going to be cleaning up at the end of the day. But there needs to be a good portion of time in the morning, at least an hour and 15 minutes, where every single center is available except for gross motor. Gross motor is outside. And there needs to be another block of time, at least an hour and 15 minutes in the afternoon after their nap, where children have free access to all centers, again, except gross motor. So really, those are the main things that you're looking for in your schedule. Hopefully, the narrated PowerPoint will help you. And I will also look and see about putting the audio recording that I did the last time that I taught this class face to face. But basically, that is the crux of what you're working on this week, is going to be that schedule. So you're going to find that after having learned about what's important to look for in the physical environment, that another part of having a high quality, developmentally appropriate classroom is having a developmentally appropriate schedule. There's a couple of bonus questions for you on this schedule. So make sure that when you are ready to submit your schedule that you have used the template that I provided for you, because that's going to make sure that you have answered all of the challenge questions that are on there. So I think that is it for this week. Continue working on your observations and have fun with this schedule. So, as always, please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or concerns. Have a great week, and I will see you in week 7.